On 7's Gold Coast News, a tradie takes on armed thieves. We have exclusive vision.
Every Gold Coaster promised more money as the state budget is handed down.
Attacked in the sky, the dangerous device is being used against our police helicopter.
Thousands roll into the city for one of the world's biggest bowls tournaments.
And rescue crews on high alert. SeaWorld standing by to save these whales. How you can help.
Live from the Gold Coast, 7 News with Amanda Abate and Steve Titmus.
Good evening. A brave tradie has confronted a car full of armed thieves who had attempted to break into his Clear Island Waters home.
The gang was spotted casing out a number of properties across the suburb and tonight remain on the run.
Caught out.
Hi. You are currently being recorded.
In Clear Island Waters, two masked thieves search a family's cars, one armed with a kitchen knife, unfazed by the warning. The gang ran rampant on Martingale Circuit, hitting home after home early this morning before one angry tradie tracked them down.
So I checked my phone and noticed two guys walking away from the door in balaclavas. So I got dressed, ran downstairs and I looked up the road and I saw them checking other cars.
On the phone to police, John decided to take matters into his own hands.
But I was only one way out of Clear Island Waters Martingale, so did the reversal, went the other way in my car and I blocked him in on Clear Island Waters.
Causing a tense standoff before a desperate escape. This is the damage left by the black SUV. It fled the scene. Police told John not to follow.
I wasn't going to get out of the car with three guys with knives and balaclavas, so a bit outmatched there.
Also on the run, those responsible for a reckless ram raid in Daisy Hill. Their car seen taking out the doors of a tobacconist. It was spotted earlier in Pacific Pines. The same group filmed in Helensvale days before, flaunting their crimes on social media.
That Ferrari drives too fast and I can't.
We want to make sure that people who want to use violence as a way to solve whatever problem they're facing are held to account.
And face the full force of the law. Sam Payne, 7 Gold Coast News.
A driver has had a close call with a motorbike at Maudsley this afternoon. Shocking dashcam video shows the rider speeding around the corner before swerving onto the wrong side of the road. It happened around 3:30 this afternoon on Cops Road.
Gold Coasters have been guaranteed every household will be better off under the budget handed down by the state government today. Money was set aside for major projects like the light rail, but the focus was cutting the cost of living for families.
All smiles from the self-named new government, confidently revealing its plan for Queensland.
We have made the deliberate choice to put our budget into deficit to help Queensland households keep their budgets in balance.
The pre-election budget starting with a spending spree to cut cost of living pressure. Public transport fares will be 50 cents. The cost to register your car cut by 20%. $1,000 electricity rebates will be rolled out to every household, leaving more money in Gold Coasters' pockets, like grandparents Dom and Pat Kelleher.
We're very aware of the prices. We're very aware of things going up.
Also promised for the Gold Coast, $308 million for light rail stage 3, $12.7 for the Binnaburra Lodge rebuild after bushfires, $2.4 billion for the Gold Coast Hospital and Health Service, $116 million for education, and more than $430 million for stage 1 of the Coomera Connector.
It's a nightmare. You spend so much time sitting on the M1. Hopefully it's going to make a difference.
To combat crime, Jack's Law will be expanded. There's also money for disaster recovery and more vouchers for children to play sport.
To be able to say yes to everyone is going to be fantastic.
If it's a vote winner, we'll find out in October. Mel Whiteman, 7 Gold Coast News.
And we want to hear from you. We're asking, will this budget be enough for Stephen Miles to win your vote in October? Take part in the survey, and you can do that by scanning the QR code on your screen. Visit the 7 News Facebook page or go to 7news.com.au.
Okay, millions of dollars has also been announced for a cross-border commissioner. It's a position the state government claims Queenslanders have been calling for, but what will it really mean for residents on the southern coast?
Daylight at point danger, a stunning sight Queenslanders could get more time to enjoy if the state winds back its clocks by an hour in summer.
I would love daylight savings. Yeah, I'd love the longer evenings.
We love daylight saving in Sydney.
The decades-long debate, something Mayor Tom Tate hopes a cross-border commissioner can settle. The state government today announced it will spend $3.26 million over the next 3 years, setting up the new role designed to manage issues that cross state lines.
Having somebody there that can mediate, trying to find common sense solutions is a really good thing.
New South Wales has had a cross-border commissioner since 2012, but calls for Queensland to get its own only really surfaced during the COVID-19 pandemic when there were closures here at the border.
Policing, there's different sort of rules for Queensland to New South Wales.
The Tweed Shire Mayor also has a few other items at the top of her agenda.
We've got medical health issues with paramedics, obviously have an issue crossing the border. Taxis have an issue on the border. Transport bus companies have different systems.
To make life easier by the border. Paige Van Lunteren, 7 Gold Coast News.
Police swarmed a Southport storage facility this morning after a man's body was found inside. Officers were called to the Kennard self-storage warehouse on Olympic Circuit just after 4 a.m. Police tape blocked the driveway as the crews inside gathered evidence. The 37-year-old's death isn't being treated as suspicious. Competition is heating up on bowling greens across the Gold Coast, with the world's best turning out for this year's Australian Open. It's a big boost for our city's economy, with thousands of players rolling into the region.
It's a fine art, rolling the ball down and getting it to stop directly beside the jack.
It is the biggest and best event in the world. We're using 14 host clubs, all the way from Coolangatta all the way up to Bentley.
The Australian Open underway, drawing over 3,000 competitors to the city over the next 2 weeks.
On a big stage with the big names, and it's fantastic.
Including Commonwealth Games gold medalists and world champions like Gold Coaster Kelsey Cottrell.
Just watching how fast the greens are and how much grass they're taking, it's great to see.
There's $285,000 up for grabs.
Serious competition and your friends afterwards, it's brilliant.
Amidst the stiff competition, there's also time to enjoy lunch and support friends before it's back to the bowling green.
Also got teams from Malaysia, India, Hong Kong, New Zealand.
Oh, love it. Fantastic. It's the first time I've been over here for the Australian Open.
With a few tips for the first timers.
Jason, the key is low and slow, little ring on the inside and let it go.
That's correct.
Wish me luck. Bit wobbly.
Perfect.
Yay!
The event is free, encouraging locals to take a front row seat of the serious but slow-paced action. Danielle Bowen, 7 Gold Coast News.
Danny's found her calling. To developing story now, and SeaWorld crews are on a standby for a rescue mission. Sam Payne's at Kurrawa. Sam, 2 humpback whales are in distress.
Amanda, they are, and they've been tracked for more than a week. Over 1,000 kilometres up the New South Wales coastline, the pair are snared in fishing gear made up of long ropes and flotation buoys. It's expected they could reach the Gold Coast tomorrow morning, giving the SeaWorld team a potential window to launch a rescue mission. But they will need help locating the giant mammals. Details on how you can phone in to confirm any sightings can be found on 7 News Gold Coast's Facebook page.
Yeah, Sam Payne there. Let's hope that turns out to be okay in the end. A paddleboarder has been rescued after spending last night stuck on his craft in the Broadwater. Paramedics were called to the Spit just before dawn, where they found the man in his 30s still on the board in the water. He told them he had lost his paddle last night and couldn't reach the shore. He was taken to hospital suffering hypothermia. It's unclear how many hours the man had been in the water or how he came to be there.
All right, well, let's go to coastal expert Paul Burt now, who joins us live from Broadbeach Waters. And Bertie, we are being spoilt with the weather.
Oh my goodness, it is so good there, Amanda and Steve. It's just an absolute blessing. Great sleeping weather, everybody. And of course, this time of the night, it's not too chilly, but the sun's gone down, so we're going to see another cool night. This morning, 2 degrees at Canungra, and I've felt that across a lot of the Gold Coast as well. Have a look at how the day started today. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful sunrise, the colours of the rainbow. Beautiful golden numbers there. As the day started to warm up, lots of people hitting the beaches, hitting the boardwalks, getting their coffee, warming their their hands up and making the most of this gorgeous temperature. And more dry weather on the way. The chart shows just a series of high pressure systems, everybody. In weather terms, it just means dry weather. I can't see any change for the next week. A little bit of breeze coming through over the next couple of days. So tomorrow, southwesterly. It's really going to be a chill factor that's going to cool it down throughout the afternoon, up to 30 knots. So a strong wind warning has been issued. But team, dry weather. I'd be planning definitely outdoor activities for this Saturday and Sunday. More weather for you soon.
Good on you, Bertie. Thanks for that. It's been chilly, though.
Well, that winter sun's very welcome.
And still to come on 7's Gold Coast News, laser lunatics, the dangerous devices being used to attack our city's police helicopter.
Bleach is back. What's planned this year for our city's biggest arts festival?
And what a shot as not one but two humpbacks put on a show off our coast. They're small but can be deadly in the wrong hands, and lawbreakers are using the powerful devices to attack a Gold Coast police crime-fighting weapon. Tonight we can take you on board as the crew identify and take down a culprit.
From a Gold Coast high-rise, a green beam projects across the city and into the pathway of Polaire. Another green flare lights up from a house below.
So the green one is really, really bad compared to the red or the other colours.
The camera zooms in to see a man before the culprit strikes again.
That person was subsequently arrested. The laser was seized and he was charged with the Commonwealth offence of interfering with an aircraft.
The laser strike's a worrying trend for those sitting in the aircraft. The Gold Coast Police helicopter has been hit around 6 times in the past year.
When it comes to an aircraft, that beam becomes really big.
And can have those catastrophic consequences.
And hurt the crew.
It can cause an injury to the eyes.
You can get blinded for some time.
And divert the helicopter from tracking down wanted criminals or teens in stolen cars.
It distracts us from other jobs that we need to attend and ultimately endangers the safety and welfare of members of the public.
For those caught, the maximum penalty is 2 years in jail and a possible hefty fine.
Some of the latest cases have been receiving up to $5,000 infringement notices, and they also get their day in court.
To face the consequences. Amelia Radham, 7 Gold Coast News.
Plans have been unveiled for the return of one of the city's biggest arts festival. Bleach will return in August this year across 4 suburbs. Performances will be held in Broadbeach, Surface, Burleigh and in the Tallebudgera Valley. The 11-day-long festival will feature 40 productions with more than 400 artists.
A local angler has caught something spectacular on camera. Glenn Baker was returning from a fishing trip off the Gold Coast when not one but 2 humpback whales launched into the air. An estimated 45,000 humpbacks are migrating north past our coast. Boaties are asked to be extra cautious while out on the water this winter. There you go. And Sally Pearson has all tonight's sport.
Yes, Sal, our most successful Olympian, is bound for Paris.
Yes, Emma McKeon has booked her ticket, Amanda. Hello, everyone. Coming up, the 5-time gold medalist on the butterflies she feels before a big race. Plus, Des Hasler gets a strike centre back to face the Tigers. She's already our most successful Olympian, but Emma McKeon is breaking more records at the Australian swimming trials. The 11-time medalist admits she had some doubts before last night's 100-metre butterfly final that booked her ticket to Paris.
First to the wall, yet still a hint of surprise.
I'm stoked. I mean, that's what the Olympic trials are about, trying to get yourself on the team. It's really nice to do that on the first night.
Her third Olympics, Emma McKeon booked her place in Paris in the 100-metre butterfly final.
McKeon is heading to Paris. It wouldn't be an Australian swim team without him.
Yeah, 30 now, so it's been a long time on the team. I was 15, so I was so young.
Even our most successful Olympian has butterflies before a big race. She's the first to make the team in her 30s since Lisa Curry at 92 Barcelona.
Even with 15 years of experience on the national team, you still have doubts and you still have to battle those and overcome them. It's completely normal.
Guaranteed a spot on the medley relay team, the red-hot favourite to win gold. Southport's Alex Perkins came second but will need a lifeline from selectors. Her time marginally outside the qualifying standard. And another from the coast, Elijah Winnington, touched out Sam Short in the 400-metre freestyle. The pair back-to-back world champs, reviving memories of the Thorpe-Hackett rivalry.
20 years on from Thorpe and Hackett going 1-2 in Athens. Winnington and Short have the same chance in Paris.
And it's really special, and I think that's why Sam and I are both standing here, is because we looked up to those guys.
Winnington returns for the 200 freestyle final tonight. Brett Thomas, 7 Gold Coast News.
And what about this for a lovely moment? Our co-anchor Steve last night cheering on his daughter Ariane to victory in nearly world record time. Arnie impressing in the 400-metre freestyle, booking herself a spot on the plane to Paris. Congratulations, fantastic. The Titans have vowed not to overreact to their big loss to the Bunnies ahead of Saturday's tussle with the Tigers. Des Hasler welcomes back Phil Sami from a hammy injury, allowing Beau Fermor to return to the back row. And they're on a high alert, wary of a Wests side desperate to claw above them.
It's the NRL at the end of the day. Obviously, South showed that on the weekend. I think they were last on the ladder and they played like they were first. Tigers, they're a good team, you know, like we did to South. We give them a sniff, they'll just take them off.
The Titans are on a 6-game winning streak against the Tigers. With 11 weeks until the start of the AFLW season, the Suns are getting creative to keep energy levels high at training. The Gold Coast took team building to new heights on a Kokoda-style camp as they prepare to launch a fresh premiership assault.
Hiking, canoeing, abseiling, all the good stuff. But yeah, it was, I think, challenging for the group, but all in all, yeah, really good opportunity to connect with everyone.
Key defender Charlotte Wilson pledged her future on the coast, extending her contract until 2027. And that's all from me, but Steve, again, a massive congratulations to you and Arnie. It was a fantastic swim in Brisbane.
Oh, look, thanks much. Relieved now.
We're all cheering, that's for sure.
Go Team Titmus. Thanks, Sal. Also coming up after the break, one of the big banks shifts its rates call. When could we see the first cut?
And we're going to be cheering on for the weather tomorrow, everybody, because another dry run ahead. It's all coming up after the break.
The Gold Coast is making the switch to 7 News, and we want you to be a part of it. If there's a local issue that needs attention or something's happening in your suburb, in your street, we want to know about it. Give us a call, send us a message, or drop us an email.
Max Futcher is here now. The top stories coming up shortly in the news at 6.
Steve, tonight, how Queensland's cost of living budget affects you. We cut through the spin. Exclusive, a woman attacked on Mount Cootha's warning to others. A dramatic taser takedown of a wanted man in a Woolloongabba costume shop. Brisbane travellers caught in a Qatar air scare. The Queensland hospital using movie magic to beat back pain without surgery. Apple's big AI change for all iPhone users explained. And we sample Australia's hottest burger. Details at 6 o'clock.
Okay, thanks, Max. Weather time now. Birdie, we are loving that winter sun. More on the way, hopefully, too.
There is, Amanda. It's going to stay dry for the next week. Now, the little bit of a change on Saturday might bring a slight shower, but I highly doubt it. I'll be definitely putting something outdoor on the barbie. It's going to be a great weekend for that. Have a look at the start of the day. Today, it was great. Light winds, calm seas. Perfect for a sleep in bed, and of just looking out through the window because it was chilly. 1 degree started this morning at Canungra, single digits on the beach, around 6 and 7 degrees. Today highs of 22 to 23 across most of the areas, but Benoa at the moment sitting steady about 16 degrees. Bit of northerly wind again today, mostly sunny, but highs have gone 22, 23 and very cool. To the charts now, you can see a series of high pressure systems. That's what we love to see for winter, and a bit of westerly wind starting to kick in over the next couple of days as well. Not as cold tomorrow, everybody, as you can take a look at that. A bit of a trough to the south, that'll kick away. Don't worry about that for us, but it will bring some southwesterly winds. So tomorrow, mostly sunny. Down to about 6 degrees on the ranges, highs of 23, 24 on the beach, down to around 11 degrees tonight, similar for Southport. And Narang's going to be steady at about 10 to 23, 11 to 23 for Robina and, of course, Coomera. Good evening to everybody on the northern end of the Goldie. Surfers Paradise, 11 to 24 degrees tomorrow and mostly sunny, looking like a stunning day. Now, on the water, we are going to see norwesterly winds turning southwest. Now, it says there 30 knots. I can't see that happening, everyone. I think it's going to be mainly 15, maybe a bit of 20 in it, and that's going to be late in the afternoon. Those winds will really start to kick in on Thursday. Take a look at the surf this morning. Best bet for those open stretches. The A-frames peeled off there on the morning tide. Nothing big. Take them out. That'll be the go. Small swelled magnets. Now, tomorrow, if you're keen, I'll be hitting a TOS and D-bar and, of course, the open stretch around Mermaid, Miami. Looking ahead, staying dry. See that little bit of a change on Saturday. Don't worry about that. It's looking great. Sunday, perfect. Highs at 22, down to about 10 to 12 overnight. But, guys, one thing about that forecast, dry weather. Lots of moisturiser, Steve. That's one thing you need. This brings out the scales on your skin, I'd say.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, actually. Thanks for the hot tip, Bertie. Thank you for your company this evening.
Of course, we'll be back again tomorrow night at 5:30 on behalf of all the team. Have a great night. Bye for now.